Hello friends, welcome to Suresh Aggarwal's Mathematics Shortcuts. I hope you are watching all the short tricks which I have been posting on the channels and you are enjoying mathematics. Mathematics is something which needs deep diving, and you need to actually dig deep and look into a concept to realize its beauty. If you just study formulas and do questions and score even 90s in the exam, you are not good in maths. You're good in maths when you start understanding, when you start applying, when you are learning something which is skill based and application based. And at the moment when some maths concepts are to be applied, you are actually doing that in life, right? So the intention of the channel is to provide you some good things which actually make you practical. So when you have to guess or estimate something, you are able to do it. And one of the very important topics which I am going to take up for this video is the topic of square roots. Having been in the field of mathematics education for around 30 years now, I know one thing. A huge number of students, around 65 out of 100, they are scared of square roots. And especially when the number in the square root is not a perfect square, like square root of 61. I tell you, 65 to 70 students cannot find the square root of 61 correctly using the long division method. That is because, very less stress is laid on these minimum learning outcomes at class 8th level. Teachers are not able to, highlight the importance of the method. Why? Because the students tend to use calculators. Very easy, no? Pick up a calculator, press 61 and press square root, it will give you the answer. Now, the application part is when you actually understand why square root of 61 is that non-terminating decimal, and that gives you an insight into the concepts. So friends, what is the topic for today? Finding the approximate square roots, and I'm talking about non-perfect square numbers. Very, very important video, and this method which I'm telling you is a part of the ultimate guide to speed maths, which I will show you very shortly after I tell you the concept involved in the method. So suppose you have a number like square root of b, okay, and I want to find its approximate value in decimals. So first thing I'm going to find is a number, say a, whose square is just less than b. That means the nearest perfect square which is closest to b and less than b, okay. I have to identify this number, and once I identify this number, my job is done. The square root of b will be approximate. See, again I'm telling you, this is not like to be used where accuracy means a lot. Like suppose you need an answer which is accurate up to 4 decimal places, this method is not going to work. This is going to work for like up to 2 decimal places correctness, and that's huge, right? That's all. 99% of the calculations require you to have an answer which is accurate up to 2 decimal places. So square root of b will be half of. Now I am going to write this number a and plus the number here b and divide that by a. Now this method will give me the approximate value of the square root. So I told you the method now, okay. The logic, it is a part of the binomial theorem actually. So let's not concentrate on that. Suppose, I'll give an example. Suppose you have square root of 85, okay. Now 85 is very close to 9 square, which is 81, right? That's the closest square. So 9 is what matters, and square root of 85 will be half of 9 plus the number 85 divided by 9. And all you have to do is to find what is 85 upon 9. So I've done it for you already. It is 9.44. And so this becomes 18.44 upon 2, which is, the answer is 9.22. And now if you open the calculator and pick up the calculator and do this calculation, square root of 85 on a calculator, it will show you 9.2195, and round this off to 2 decimal places, you have the answer 9.22. See how wonderfully the method works. But there are some complications here, as the number becomes bigger, the accuracy level becomes less. Like if you have a number like 3428 and I have to find the square root of that number, it takes a while getting into it, right? And that's where the practice is required. So a lot of good things coming up next also, and you should know that the method is adopted from our speed maths books. Here we have a glimpse of these books. These are the title pages: The Ultimate Guide to Speed Maths Volume 1 and Volume 2, 1300 practice questions, 2400 practice questions with video links. Oh my god. So if you want to be smart with calculations, 10x faster in calculations, these are the books you have to target. If you are targeting any Olympiads, preparing for RIMC, or at school level, IMO or NTSC, Aryabhat Ganit Challenge, then at JEE level, where you need to develop those basic tendencies which are required to crack these exams, or at placement level, SSC, UPSC, CAT, MAT, CLAT, then railways, banking, LIC, quant is everywhere, and therefore this gains important, the volume 1 and the volume 2 of the books on speed maths. So if you're aspiring something big in life, you need to form a good base, and these are the books which are going to form a good base. Look at the presentation, look at the number of video links we have given, look at the challenge zones we have given to test yourself, and this is something which everybody should have in the Almira. And if you are a teacher, you need to start teaching these methods to your students, and you will become child favorite, I tell you what. And parents, instead of gifting costly item, just give this nominal costing thing to your child. They will enjoy and they will learn. So friends, what is the way of getting this? Here is my WhatsApp number. You want to clarify something, you can just ping me 9996369963. That's my WhatsApp number. Or if you want to purchase this combo, just go to the Amazon links I have put in the description of this video, and you can purchase it directly from there. Okay, let's take one more example so that we can conclude this. So we have, like, suppose square root of 108. Okay, now 108 is very close to 10 square. So the value of A becomes 10 and the value of B is the number itself, 108. Now using these two values, I can find this half of A plus B upon A. So that is half of A is 10 plus B is 108 over 10. So this is pretty easy because division by 10 is not a problem. 10 plus 10.8, which gives me half of 20.8, and that's very, very close to 10.4. Now pick up the calculators again. Square root of 108 is it 10.4, and the calculator will say 10.392. Round it off to one decimal place, you have the answer 10.4. So smartness, in approximation, you always work on your smartness. Friends, very, very important tricks, very important things in life, and right from the school level, you need to learn all these things and ensure as a parent that you are giving the correct material to your child. So go for the Ultimate Guide to Speed Maths Volume 1 and Volume 2. I tell you, this is going to be a very, very wise decision in your life. So friends, if you like this video, do share it with all your friends. Do not forget to subscribe the channel and click the bell shaped icon to get all the notifications right on your mobile. Do practice this and let me know, is it working? All the best.